All right, so again, we are going to create a box, but we're going to do it differently than we've done before. So we start off as we have in the past. We're going to make the bottom first. So we create a rectangle with our dimensions that we want to have. And then we're going to specify our dimensions, and then we're going to finish our sketch and extrude up that bottom component to be whatever our stock thickness is. In this case, we're going to do zero point 0.5 again. What we're going to do differently this time, as opposed to drawing on the actual sketch face of our bottom, we're going to just take our standard sketch plane, and then I'm going to make a rectangle that will be my side, and then I'm going to move it into place. So I'm going to specify a rectangle that has the correct thickness and length, and then hit Finish Sketch. You can see that it's not attached to the box. I'm going to click on the profile and I'm going to bring it up to be the right size. Now what I need to do is I need to move it into place. So I have different move options. I'm going to click the move icon at the top. I'm going to make sure in this case I have the body selected. And then I'm going to see my different options. In this case, I'm going to go point to point. So I click on the body and then I zoom in. And what I want to try to do is I want to move that vertex of the box that I'm looking at to another point. You can see there I did it incorrectly. It's not lined up the way that you'd want it to be. So I can either edit my timeline or I can select it again by hitting the body and then hit move and then do point to point again. I want that point to move there. And now I have my side in the correct spot. So I've moved it into place. This is going to be powerful as you start to create objects that you're bringing into your sketch. I'm going to hit this and move. And now what I'm going to do is I'll hit check create copy. So when I do this, now what I'll have is the ability to actually have a copy of my object move across. I'll try to drag it across to see if it'll snap in. I can see I'm not getting it to snap very well. I can zoom in, it'll give me a more fine-grained piece. Or again, what would be more powerful would be to create a copy and hit move point to point. So I'm going to select the point that I want, and then I select the destination point, and now I have a copy of that side that's moved in the correct space. We're going to do the same thing again with the front and back of our box. So we're going to create a sketch, and we're going to see that I need to know what that distance is. So I can use the inspect tool to measure that that's 4 inches across. I'm going to hit create sketch, and then I'm going to move around so I can get to the same plane I had before. I'm going to create a rectangle, and I just figured out that it was 4 inches across, and it's going to have the same thickness as everything else. So 4, and then half an inch is our thickness. I'm going to finish the sketch and extrude it up. So I'm going to bring it up to the correct distance, so 4 inches. And now what I want to do is I want to move that into place. So as I look at this, I'm going to click on the body that I want. I'm going to select the point that I want, and then I'm going to select my destination point and hit OK. So there we go. We put that part of our box into place. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time create a copy, and I'm going to find the origin point that I want. You can see it's a little bit hard to see to get it the right thing. I can actually turn some bodies off if I need to, so I can get at those pieces, or I can try to rotate around to where I can see it. So I'm going to deselect the body that's there, so that I can go in and I can actually find the origin point that I want. Again, with some manipulation and zooming in, and then I'll grab it and move it to the position that it needs to be. So there we go. We've grabbed the origin point that we want, and I'll turn that body back on because I need it for the destination point, and I'll zoom in and then move it there, and then hit create copy so that I don't just move the original component. And there we go. We've created a box again using our different commands to basically move pieces into place as we have created them. Now we're going to take the bottom and then we'll move it to the top, which will be the lid of our box. So I click the point that I want, then I move it to the top, and then I've created a copy, and there we go. We have our completed box.